Hello guys, it's Force Chronic here, and I've got a story for you today which I find quite funny and dangerous. Well, I've got to share it with you guys because I'm not proud of it basically, but basically what I'm doing today's video is my first time smoking. I'm explaining how I got involved into it and what I did while smoking, which was very bad. I don't advise any of you guys to do it, but hey ho, got to explain my story. So first things first, I was really close mates with a guy who used to go to my primary school and high school, and we used to hang out, and this was when I was in year 9, year 8, so I was about going on 14, so I was fairly young. So basically me and my mate, we used to hang around each other's houses. I used to go around his house quite a lot actually, about 3 to 4 times a week. And every time I went to his house, he used to this is when I started trying to smoke with him, because he had friends living in the area who smoked as well. But yeah, so basically what he would do, he would take a few of his dad's cigarettes in his little cupboard, and then we'll go down to meet with his other friends in the area. So when they'd done that, we met up and stuff. So literally what we used to do, we used to go down to the railway tracks. Well, we used to go to the pub and then go around the back where there's a little park and there's a little fence you can hop through. So we used to hop through there, and it leads to the railway track. And once you get to the railway track, there's like a little fence you have to hop over. It's a massive fence, to be fair. You just like climb over and then just jump over. We got over there, there's a hill. You're on top of the hill, and then you can like go down the hill, and then you're on the train tracks, which is very dangerous, and I advise you guys not to do it at all. We were very silly back then. Well, yeah, very silly and dangerous. So what we used to do is sit on top of the hill and just share around a fag. Well, I didn't know how to draw it, take it in properly back then, because I was like an idiot, and I thought, what the hell, I didn't know how to do it. So we just like shared a fag around and stuff like that with about 4 of us from the area, and me and my mate just like sat up there. And what we used to do is sometimes we bring our pennies. I'm not proud of this at all. Basically we used to go down to the train tracks, put our pennies on the rail, on, do you know, the metal bit where the train makes contact the metal bar, well, the rails. Used to put a couple of pennies down there, not like thousands, just a couple. We knew it wasn't very nice to do, but we just liked the thought of the outcome basically. If you don't know what happens when you put a penny on a train track, is when the train makes contact with it, basically it hits the penny, it makes a big boom. It doesn't make anything like bad for the train, but if you put something bigger on there, obviously it would. But yeah, basically it made the pennies into like medallions, like really shiny, cool items. Like you could they warped, the shape of the penny warped, it makes it into medallions. It's so cool. But I would advise you not to do it. It's just not very safe at all going to train tracks. So yeah, I used to like go down to the train tracks, put our pennies on there, collect them, and there's been a few close incidents where there was a train being close. But yeah, all we did was like run on the tracks and run back up the hill. But yeah, it was pretty mental, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's what we did when we went to my mate's house like 3 or 4 times a week. It was mental. God, the things we used to do was like crazy when you think about it. It's just not very safe at all. I advise you guys not to do it at all. But yeah, I didn't like smoking, but I just did it to hang around with my mates. I couldn't really say no when they're handing the fag around, but I wasn't drawing it properly, I wasn't taking it in properly, I was just swishing it around in my mouth like mouthwash. It was only later on in my life I actually found out, well, later on in 14, that I had to actually take a draw properly. God, I've done so many crazy things with these guys in the future. Well, in the past, but from the future at that point, and I'll share it in the future. But that's what we used to do. We used to go on the train tracks, get pennies, make medallions. It's mental. We used to do loads of crazy things. We had this like a tunnel next to this area. We used to like run down there. It's pitch black, let alone like a mine, and there's like a light at each end of the tunnel. We used to run down, and literally there's a canal there. There's a bloody canal there, and we used to jump in. It's mental. We used to jump in the summer. Oh, it was gross. I was thinking about it, and no, oh, it's just crazy. Don't you guys ever jump in a canal? You think about how dirty it is in there. You don't actually realise how deep it is, because at the bottom when you jump, it's like jumping into like a pile of quicksand. Not quicksand, but you jump in and your feet get stuck at the bottom because all the gooey stuff at the bottom. Ugh, it's gross. But yeah, I've done loads of crazy things with these guys. This is back when I was like year 9, year 8, so I was only about 13, 14. So yeah. It's my first time smoking. God, it's crazy. I've got loads of stories with you guys about crazy things we did with these guys. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the story. It's not very funny, but it's one of the crazy experiences I did in the past. But yeah. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you'll be looking out for more of my crazy stories coming in the future. But yeah, thank you, and I'll see you in the future.